often catch, if I have to be brutally honest, and of course I always try to be straight, shoot from the hip, not to wound, but to perhaps confront, encourage, and awaken the destiny of the believer. But if I have to be brutally honest, most people who don't carry the deep passion for the harvest, they are, uh, how can I say this kindly without being offensive? They are not committed. The committed believer, the spirit-filled believer, the one who's walking in step with the Lord, will be the carrier of the gospel. And I think if we zero it down, right down to the foundations, that's the problem. So many people, their lives are so busy in the affairs of everyday life that they don't have time for the word. They don't have time for prayer, and let alone have time to reach out to the world around them. They're caught up in the immediate. And I understand that. I'm busy just like you. I work hard just like you. I have all the responsibilities of the household that I have to take care of, just like you. We all do that. Yeah, even if you go back into the times of the apostles, they had their homes to care for. The difference is we go to a faucet, we open it, there's water. They had to go to the well. We go to a light switch, we have electricity, we have power. They had to light candles, they had to get fuel, they had to treat the candles, their lamps. Um, Certainly we have conveniences today that accelerate our lives that they didn't have. We go to the store, they had to go into the fields and harvest. They had to have storage for the grain. We just go to a store, walk out with a basket of food, cook a meal, electricity. They had to build fires. To build fires, they had to get firewood. So we can make, we can say, well, things were different back then. No, they had responsibilities. We have responsibilities. Which brings me to where I want to go. In Romans chapter 12, verse 11, it says, not lagging in diligence, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. To me, this is the most central and most important verse in the book of Romans. Why do I say that? Because those who are going to be diligent, those who are zealous, those who are passionate, they are filled with the Spirit. They're fervent in spirit. They're not lagging. I love the Message translation. It says, keep yourself fueled and burning, serving the Lord. People who aren't fueled and burning probably aren't serving the Lord. They are caught up in the immediate, but those that are fueling their lives in the Spirit, they're in the Word, they're in prayer, they're in fellowship, they are seeking the heartbeat of God. They are the most likely to be involved and engaged in the privilege, the responsibility of carrying the gospel to this generation. Uh, Not a guilt trip, not trying to get you to come under some kind of a pressure to perform, but I want to challenge you today to look deep into your heart. Are you lagging in diligence? Are you keeping yourself fueled and burning, and as a result, you are serving the Lord? I want you to think about this today, because I believe for us to cast the net, to catch the fish, to assimilate those that we have reached and won, teach and train, disciple them, it is going to take a people that are fueled and burning, diligent, zealous, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Look into your heart today and ask yourself, 0 being weak, 10 being strong, where am I in my service of the Lord? If you are weak in your service for the Lord, then you have to go into what is causing this lack of diligence. What is causing this lack of commitment? Is it the busyness of life? Is it that you're so wrapped up in the immediate that you have no capacity for the eternal? and then maybe take stock and say, well, these are things that I can change, priorities that have to be analyzed, and to shift the things of God higher in your order of responsibilities, which again are privileges. You have been handpicked by God for this generation. Make your life count for something bigger than yourself. Make your life count for the journals of eternity, that the record of heaven will say that you were a person who was zealous, fervent in spirit, and you served the Lord. And as a result, you contributed to the health and the growth of the church. You weren't just a recipient, a consumer, but you were a giver. I'm not talking about finances now. I'm talking about the giving of your time and the giving of your life. Would you consider that today? And if you find yourself deficient, would you say, God, please, I want to again present my life to you. I want to lay my life on the altar so that I can be involved, engaged, committed, making a difference. I want to be a world changer. I want my world to feel the impact of your love through me. Make that your prayer for today. God bless you.